What's good, my fellow peasants? How you all doing? I want to talk about leaks. Lately, there's been some leaks that have come out, and I've been getting about 15-20 people ask me, Pez, have you seen these leaks? Do you believe in them? And there's a real backstory with these leaks. Supposedly, someone who had worked in Square Enix was going to be leaking all this information, and not just information. Supposedly, they were going to be bringing out a USB file with videos, unseen footage of Versus 13. So long story short, it's stolen. It's stolen intellectual property from the company. But anyway, a couple of people got involved, I won't name their names, and they were looking for channels to distribute this on, and I was a huge part of this email, Final Fantasy Peasant. Should we give it to him? Now, as most of you know, because I talked about it on this channel, when I was offered those leaks, was I going to post them on this channel? Hell no. Are you out of your mind? Would I put stolen intellectual property on my channel that Square Enix could just see and go, oh, this is stolen footage, we can now just issue a cease and desist against this channel? Am I that stupid? I'd like to think not, but in all seriousness, of course I wouldn't. And when I heard that this stuff had been stolen, I said those guys are thieves. They're thieves. They're harming Square Enix. There's no way I'm going anywhere near this. So I didn't speak up about this rumour. I did no videos on it. I never spoke about it again. I ignored the people who messaged me. But now this rumour has made it onto Facebook, Reddit, it's on 4chan, it's on the 15 forums. I'm getting about 20 or 30 people a day asking me, Pez, are you going to do a video on this leak? And it's a fair enough question. Pez, why'd you cover this leak and not this one? The reason is because they're so completely different. The type of leaks that I've covered in the past, they're not harmless. I suppose no leak is harmless, but I'm only human. Sometimes, for example, when the FF7 remake leak came out, in 24 hours, the 7 remake trailer is going to land at E3. That's a leak. Am I kind of giving free publicity to a leak that Square Enix probably didn't want, or they didn't want that information out? Sometimes there's even leaks where you think Square Enix are involved, that particular 7 remake one. Silicon Era were the first ones to have it, and Silicon Era is pretty reputable gaming website. So when they had it, people went, what the hell, this must be true. You kind of think that sometimes Square Enix might leak out information just to get people excited. So when it comes to leaks, I'm only human. If it's so widespread, this Silicon Era one, it was everywhere. It's all over the internet. Every gaming website had it. It was over Twitter, people going crazy. It was so widespread that by me coming in and doing a video about a 7 remake or posting on my Facebook, it wasn't going to do any extra harm. And it was just a bit of information that could be wrong or could be right. So those are the instances where I will talk about a leak. But this is so different to this other situation where it's stolen footage. I do not endorse Square Enix employees putting a USB into their computer, stealing game footage and leaking it onto YouTube. No, I see that as theft. I see that as different. That is a whole different level, and I'm not going to be the one who's going to break that. So there it is, guys. This is what I think about leaks. Sometimes I'll dabble in them, but there was a lot of people who couldn't understand what was specific about this situation with this particular leak. I'm sure most of us know about it. Not to mention the people who were supposedly doing these leaks. What made them even more illegitimate, kind of fake, is that they were attacking channels. They were verbally attacking them. They were saying, no, who should we give them to? And they started getting really possessive of this rumour, and extremely aggressive, even to the point of making up complete slander on the internet about channels. I wasn't the only one, but I certainly was one. Supposedly this person wrote all over the forums that I, Final Fantasy Peasant, had offered them money for this stolen footage, for me to get first show of a piece of content that would most likely get my channel closed down because Square Enix would immediately see it was stolen intellectual property. Supposedly I offered a couple of £1,000 for this information. And that all spread round. Then there was stuff about my job, my previous job, my channel, my Patreon, all kinds of nonsense. So that's why I'm not going to engage in this particular rumour. The people are total dicks. Total dicks. So I'll cover leaks if they're just so widespread that honestly just everybody knows on the internet. But I don't condone stolen information. I don't condone stolen material. And I don't condone them going around making up false accusations about people. I suppose this is what happens when you have a YouTube channel. I suppose I should have expected it. Some people are going to come at you. So I'm not bothered, guys. I've got a thick enough skin to put up with someone just making up total shit, especially when most of you were helping me fill up my quit job-ometer. Most of you were here so long ago. You remember the quit job-ometer. Most of you remember the pictures of me at work with my mug, with my marshmallows. Yeah. Most of you have been around enough to remember that, so I don't need to bother about what other people think about me. Thanks for listening to this totally random video. I hope you're having a good day. Until the next video. Kubo!